Just remember I said you have to choose your own direction, whether it's Saul or Jacob, which became Israel. You're choosing your own direction. It is literally your choice to make. You direct your future. You direct your future. Although God is sovereign, God knows the beginning from the end. It is still your experience to follow your spirit to become what God has already called you to be. And in doing so, there is a lot of noise in dealing with you becoming that which God has called you to be. And having this outlook on life where you just think everyone's going to be for you, get over it. It's not going to happen. You have to build muscle within yourself to become great. It doesn't take much to settle, to be average. And the reason why I say that is because God has made it such in that He takes care of our basic necessities, and in that we have to walk in thankfulness, gratitude. I posted something recently on 1 Corinthians chapter 6, and if you're interested, I suggest you go look it up. 1 Corinthians chapter 6. It's a great passage of scriptures, that whole chapter, that talks about the gratitude that we should have in what God has already provided for us. And I stand in that. I spent all last night and part of this morning in prayer just asking God, what is it that you want me to do? It just seems to me to do anything that is exceptional takes incredible sacrifice, incredible faith. Because again, God provides everything we need. But the reality, at least the way I think of it, and again, this is my Bible study, this is my time of study. And I'm sharing it with you. But you still have the responsibility of studying this word for yourself and seeing things from a perspective that's relatable to your life. I can only share with you my testimony. And I believe in truth that's all anyone can do, is share their testimony. It is so hard for humans to step outside of themselves and their experiences and provide guidance for those who they interact with, without it being tainted by their experiences. It is a very human thing to give it from your testimony. Being able to separate it takes exceptionalism. Your testimony and someone else's experiences. Very possible. In fact, I'm going to say, when you have the ability to die to yourself and sow into the life of someone else, it's very healing for not only you, but for the person you're sowing into. But the vast majority of human beings approach everything from their own experience. And if they haven't been healed, it is very hard for them to offer healing to someone else, because their personal agenda is their own personal success, not necessarily the success of the other person. Now keep in mind, we're talking about the family of Esau. You have a choice, and it is rightly your choice. These are not the only two choices, the life of Jacob, Israel, and the life of Esau, but these are major players in showing you two major directions in life. Esau's family settled, and as they grew older, they became kings and dukes, if you will, chiefs in the land. And there was a lot of infighting in their family. A lot of infighting for power, to the degree where there was murder in the family. We're going to read it, and I'll share it with you. It was their family dynamic was much different than the family dynamic of that of Israel. Although Joseph, and we'll get into that in chapter 37, Joseph had a tough time with his brothers. They didn't kill him. They didn't kill each other. Esau's family, on the other hand, just a different experience. And again, this is your choice, and is guided by your attitude, your decision making, your willingness to walk away from your fleshly desires and live at peace with the people that God has placed around you. Let me show you what I mean. We're in Genesis chapter 36. And this is the power structure of the family of Esau. So anytime you see genealogies, not anytime, but I believe the majority of the time you're seeing genealogies, you're seeing how that family, how that group of people, how that nation ruled. And the people within that family structure, how they handled themselves. And I'm saying that in a general sense because it doesn't always dive deep into, when you're going through the genealogies, it doesn't always dive deep into what the family members did, but in this case, I think it's going to be very telling. In Genesis chapter 36, backtracking just a little bit, in verse 1 it says, "Now these the generations of Esau," or this is the history of Esau. The generations. The different wives. And one of the wives in Genesis 36:14, Aholibamath, the daughter of Anah, Aholibamath, plays a significant role later on in Genesis 36. I want you to see that. She's the daughter of Zibeon. She's Esau's wife. And she bare Esau's sons. Jeush, Jeush, and Jalam and Korah. We didn't talk about all of them, but we did go through a brief explanation, of one or two of them. But that's not the point. These were all dukes. Chiefs. Leaders of the family. Now keep in mind, the culture is that the firstborn of the wives become chiefs. Verse 19, these are the sons of Esau who Edom, and these their dukes. The sons of Seir the Horite, who inhabited the land, Lodan, Shobal, and Zibeon, and Anah. Just talked about Anah. So Anah, A-N-A-H, is the father of Aholiabamath, who is the wife of Esau. These are all family members. Verse 21, and Dishon, D-I-S-H-O-N, and Ezer, and Dishon, these the dukes of the Horites. So you start to see the separation of the families and the different tribes. Now, this is important so that you understand, even within a culture are multiple cultures. The Horites, children of Seir in the land of Edom. Verse 22, and the children of Lodan were Hori and Heman, and Lodan's sister Timnah. So Lodan's sister is Timnah, who is the concubine of Eliphaz, the son of Esau. All family members. All family members. And the children of Lodan were Hori and Himnah, and Lodan's sister is Timnah. Verse 23, and the children of Shobal, these Alvin, Manahath, Ebal, Shepho, and Onem. And these the children of Zibeon, Ajah, A-N-A-H, Anah, just talked about that. This Anah that found the mules in the wilderness as he fed the asses of Zibeon his father. And the children of Anah, Dishon, Aholibath, the daughter of Anah. And these are the children of Dishon. It just keeps going like that, but I want you to see that these are all family members within themselves. The children of Ezer, the children of Dishon, the dukes of the Horites, Lodan, Duke Shabal, Zibeon, Duke Anah. Verse 30, Duke Dishon, Duke Ezer, Duke Dishon, these the dukes of Hori, among their dukes in the land of Seir, all family members. And these the kings that reigned in the land of Edom. So it explained that. These are the kings of the land of Edom, E-D-O-M. before there reigned any king over the children of Israel. There were no kings over the children of Israel. It's a different type of culture. This culture, again, like I said before, was more closely modeled after the Egyptians. They chose not to take on the culture of the kingdom of God or the culture of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's a different type of culture. Verse 32, and Bela the son of Beor reigned in Edom, and the name of his city was Dinhabah, Dinhabah, And Bela died, and Jobab, Jobab, the son of Zerath, and Bozrah reigned in his stead, and Jobab died. Now I want you to see that this is over a long period of time. And Husham, the land of Timnah, reigned in his stead. And Husham died, and Hadad, the son of Bedad, who smote Midian in the field of Moab. There you go. That's what I want you to see. In verse 35, who smote Midian in the field of Moab. Who is Midian? Part of the family. Midian is the son of Abraham and his wife, his second wife, Keturah. This was part of the family. Hadad died in verse 36, and Samlah of Masrekah reigned in his stead. Masrekah, Masrekah, reigned in his stead. And Samlah died, and Saul of Rehoboth, by the river reigned in his stead. And Saul died, and Baal-Hanan, the son of Achbor, reigned in his stead. And Baal-Hanan, the son of Achbor, died, and Hadar reigned in his stead. And the name of the city was Pau, or Pau, P-A-U. And his wife's name was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matred, M-A-T-R-E-D, and the daughter of Mezahab, M-E-Z-A-H-A-B. We're going to finish off in 41, and I just want you to see this. And these the names of the dukes of Esau, Edom, according to their families, after their places, by their names: Duke Timnah, Alva, A-L-V-A-H, Duke Jetheth, Duke Aholibamah, A-H-O-L-I-B-A-M-A-H, Duke Elah, E-L-A-H, and Duke Penon. Where did you hear that name A-H-O-L-I-B-A-M-A-H from? It's the wife of Esau, who was also a duke. I'm pointing that out to you because, and again, I'm pointing out several things at the same time. Number one, that's a female lead. Called a duke. Second thing I want to point out is these are all family members fighting each other. It's not like Israel going out and taking the land because of the sin of the land and that sort of thing. These are family members. There was fairly smooth transition, but there was a time when Midian, son of Abraham, son of Keturah, was killed. power. What I want you to see is everyone is not always going to be with you in your growth. You have to go and grow. I don't think I meant to say go and grow. I think I meant to say you have to grow yourself. You have to be willing to choose a way of life. For me, it's the kingdom of God through the life of Israel, the example of Israel, and that family record, but with the understanding that there are other people with other belief systems. You cannot make people, in other words, live according to your belief system in your life. I don't care if they're your sons, daughters, brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles, aunts, friends, co-workers. You have to make an intentional choice to live and die based upon a solid belief system. And for me, that is living according to the kingdom of God and glorifying God in everything that I do by showing love, respect, good character, getting rid of jealousy, envy, casting away all manners of fear, not being power hungry, walking in peace, spreading the good news of healing and deliverance mentally and physically and spiritually. But it is a choice. Living in the past and being spiteful and mad and angry and sad cannot be the ultimate way of living. And I'm showing you this in the lives of Esau, who made a choice. They made a choice. I'm not saying that their choices were right or wrong. I'm just saying they made a choice. You can take it any way you want to. You can make a choice to study and follow the life of that particular way of living, but it's not the kingdom of God. If you choose the kingdom of God, I cannot promise you ease. But I can promise you great wisdom, selflessness, giving. I can promise you transformation. I can promise you you will learn the ways of love and respect and honor and character. But it is your choice. If these videos, audios, podcasts are helpful to you, please like and share them with others. And thank you for taking this journey with us as we explore the kingdom of God and usher in the kingdom of heaven.